Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chan. We have got to get into Basketball Wives. Let's go. We're gonna start at the chapel because what the hell was this? Did y'all see this wedding? Like, I promise, I was watching this in awe because I couldn't even believe this. First off, I've never seen. Wait. Okay, wait, not this. You would have never made me believe that Jen. There are a lot of things that happen in Vegas, okay? A lot of things. You see so many different things. But these trees look like they've been there since Walmart first introduced them in 1990 whatever. Y'all, I'm telling you, I don't understand this. And let me say, it wasn't me. But if it was me, and I had a party for my friends to introduce them to the man that I'm going to come back to the United States to marry in Paris, I would get married in Vegas at the Paris Hotel in the actual Eiffel Tower that they have on the Strip. That would make sense. But this, I understand. I understand if you love a person, you'll marry them anywhere. I get it. But this is just off for me. This is not the next thing, but this is one of the things. For Christian to come in here and single out Brandy, you know what I'm saying? Brandy's like, this is not appropriate. And I don't need to see your receipts. Jackie over here in the amen corner, I know you got receipts. You know what I'm saying? And then he just brushes it off and says, I just wanted to have a conversation and I'm glad you're here. Like, that was a crazy conversation they had. And then this happened. Christian's auntie and uncle comes in, Auntie Lauren, who has been on this internet holding class about Evelyn. That we've seen the the post that they've made between her and Evelyn telling her to pull up. Then she reiterates here with the girls that she has pulled up and she's waiting on Evelyn. And maybe Evelyn should marry, because I think Jackie said that Evelyn did some research on Christian. She said, I did some research on Evelyn and she needs to be dating a gynecologist. What? Then Ming is here shocked and appalled because she's seen all the back and forth on the internet. But then when she meets the aunt, she was like, I can't, is somebody posting for you? Because you the one saying all this? You know how it is sometimes you meet somebody be like, I didn't get that from you. This is why Ming is looking like this. Because she cannot believe this little lady right here is acting up on the internet. In shock. Child, oh my God. Child, and Jen. They opened the door, smoke. Jen is in a pink Cadillac with a very mini Elvis. First of all, Jen's dress was beautiful. It was beautiful enough to be in the Paris Hotel and the Eiffel Tower in Las Vegas. I couldn't even believe it. Then Christian is here holding the dog, talking about something. Yeah. What is going on? Y'all, Jen gets out the Cadillac. This man right here holding her train. It's 6 people at the wedding. Christian's aunt and uncle, that's 2. Ty and Ming, Jackie and Brandy. That's it. That is how that's how intimate you wanted it to be. Now, her friend that introduced them, his plane was late, so he got there pretty late. But this is what Jen wanted. This is who married Jen and Christian on television. He is shorter than me. Wild behavior. So it's official. She is officially Jennifer Williams Walden Gold, right? Good luck. Now, this group over here had a great time, right? Shawnee's here. They had a magician. He was doing some little magic tricks, and then he ended up bringing Shawnee out. We'll get to that, I hope. But Denise, Chantel, Shawnee, Evelyn, and Brittany, they did all this adrenaline mountain stuff, which was fantastic. They shot fire hoses, they crashed cars, and what else? They drove monster trucks. So much fun. This was Evelyn's activity for her birthday. She picked the car up and dropped it. I thought it was really good. I enjoyed that. I think that's something I could do in Vegas, right? I've done four-wheeling. I would definitely do something like this. Now, while everybody, this is the very beginning of the show, while everybody's in the house the night before the wedding, Jen did come to the house. Brittany and Jackie went outside and talked to Jen. Jen did ask Brandy, like, why would you have this, her birthday, when you came here for my wedding? And Brandy kind of talked her way around it. We was all coming out here. So I figured it's still wrong, Brandy. This is Chantel's whole behavior towards Brandy. This is how she feels. She don't care about this magic show that Brandy has put on. She says she only want to have fun, right? Because Brandy really has shown her that she's not, on the up and up. Because everybody's kind of side-eyeing Brandy. Ming don't even want to side-eye Brandy, but Brandy keeps throwing little shots and Ming keeps catching them. And her and Chantel is on the same wavelength when it comes to Brandy. This is Chantel's whole behavior. Okay, I'm back at the wedding. I want y'all to hold on to this. Now, while Christian is sitting here running down Brandy, right? Jackie has hugged him and told him how good he's looked twice. When the auntie had come in talking about Evelyn, Jackie got up and said, ooh, I'm going to have to talk to you later. Hold on to it. Hold on to it. Now, we here at the end of the show. We're at Evelyn's birthday dinner, okay? Everybody's here except for Jennifer, of course. But Jackie feels a certain way because she's like, it's a sisterhood and Jennifer should be here. Jennifer can't be here. Her and the birthday girl don't even get along. And I don't want nobody in my birthday party that I don't like and who doesn't like me. So she can't come, okay? So now we're sitting here. They're giving little stuff away. And Ming is saying, oh, this is what the auntie said, blah, blah, blah. Then Jackie says, I want to be the first one to tell you this. She says something about, Evelyn, you should be dating a gynecologist. So Evelyn is sitting there like, hold up, wait a minute. What did you say on my behalf? Okay. So this is how Jackie slithered out of that, right? She was like, had she said something in Evelyn's defense, she probably would have escalated the situation. Now, Jackie is probably right, but that's a very slithering, comeback. And then Brandy talking about, but we were at a wedding. Brandy, it was 6 people at the wedding. You could have had a full-out conversation about that. You could have told that lady, Evelyn is my friend. I just don't think that's cool for us to hear you talk about that. That's something you and Evelyn should handle. You couldn't even say that. You sitting there with your mouth closed. So Evelyn is like, okay, I see these women for who they are, right? And she says a large part of her regrets coming on this trip for her birthday because it hasn't been about her birthday, right? And I understand it because it hasn't been. Brandy inviting Jen, knowing where they are, and Jackie telling me it's a sisterhood. We should be together, but we can't. You understand what I'm saying? And Evelyn's like, I just see how they move. And I see how to move with them. And I don't blame her. So then Chantel is like, what did we come here for anyway? Why are we in Vegas? And somebody said for Evelyn's birthday, she was like, well, that's what we should be doing, but we're not doing that. It's some weird stuff going on. Shawnee's sitting over there talking about, yeah, the energy is off. Chantel ready to get down to it. So then Shawnee says, I think she's had a real stank attitude since I've gotten here, meaning Brandy. Brandy gives her this face, and then Evelyn's like, you know what? Don't let Shawnee have to tell you your services are no longer needed again. But then, child, this happened. So then Brandy's sitting here like, really, me? And Chantel is like, she's had a stank attitude since we all got here. Child, Brandy done told Chantel to stay in a child's place. Yes. Look at Jackie and Shawnee. This about to be good. I think Chantel is the best thing that has happened to this show in the last 5 or 6 seasons. I'm here for it. Y'all let me know if you watched it. We can talk about it in the comments. It's your girl, Millie Chun, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.